This all goes back to December of 2020 when Jason Mead was working with a federal task force with the U.S. Marshal Service. If you've already been on the roads this weekend, you've probably seen those overhead interstate signs with messages against drunk driving. Some of those sports themes, like this one, buckle up, drive sober, rule the jungle. We're talking about SWIFT. It's an international payment and financial messaging system. Western officials predict the move will likely send Russia's currency, the ruble, into a free fall, causing spiraling inflation and bank runs. Families, friends, and so many more showed up to the Ohio State House on Saturday. Speeches of love, hope, and calls for change as Ukrainians continue to fight for their freedom.
My family spent night at the bomb shelter.
It's a situation most of us can't quite wrap our heads around.
I'm actually original from Sumy, which is also under attack. You feel so hopeless just sitting there.
The country of Ukraine under attack.
This should never go on for, in 21st century. This should never happen.
What is happening there is just heartbreaking.
But people we talk to say the fight is far from over.
Ukraine isn't dead yet.
It will not die.
It will not die.
From every angle, a sea of blue and yellow, a show of support.
Stop the war!
Even from those passing by. Calls to leaders here in Ohio and the world.
Love the sky over Ukraine!
From more than 5,000 miles away.
He's nothing more than a bully.
The message remaining clear.
Stand with Ukraine. Stand with Ukraine. Several groups right here in Ohio are taking donations and organizing more events for help. For a look at those, you can head to our website, NBC4i.com. Local for you in the newsroom, Austin Martin, NBC4. 24. It's a big number, but not the largest they've seen. Leaders with Freedom Tales Ohio say they're seeing a lot more dogs in need right now.
We got some calls last week, and we went out on Friday and Saturday, and we picked up 24 dogs.
24 dogs and puppies rescued. For April Burnside and Kristen Martin, that's all in a day's work.
We're constantly rescuing dogs from commercial breeding.
The group provides rescue services for dogs who have been put out of service by commercial pet breeders. With the pandemic, things have gotten worse.
They were producing more puppies because they were not able to keep up with the demand of the puppies. Now that COVID has slowed down, they are still producing high numbers, which is why we're getting a lot of retirees.
They travel weekly to take in dogs, cats, and other animals, but all that comes with a cost.
Cages, beds, food, you name it, we need it.
Those are in high demand.
We run solely on adoption fees and donations.
To provide the care these dogs have been neglected of.
It's all about funding. It's having enough money to get them to the proper veterinary facility for the proper care.
We need funds for vetting. Right now we have 3 orthopedic surgeries happening, a heart surgery happening at Ohio State, and 24 new dogs that probably half of them have serious problems.
And of course, loving families for all those newly free friends. For more information on how you can get involved or to make a donation, you can head to our website, NBC4i.com. Local for you in Hilliard, Austin Martin, NBC4. Packed, sealed, and soon delivered.
This organization makes it so easy.
Nearly 3,200 meals hitting the streets of 5 counties.
Like 72 hours.
For the first time in recent memory, the brakes were put on Meals on Wheels deliveries.
We rarely cancel meal delivery for any reason, especially in Franklin County.
So to make up for lost time, Life Care Alliance put out the call for help.
In under 24 hours, we were able to get from 13 volunteers for our weekend up to over 50. And so people have just come out to help their neighbors, and we've been overwhelmed.
Barbie Paulo and her husband heard that call. As a previous volunteer, she knows how crucial this service is.
And also, we're doing wellness checks to make sure that they have running water, to make sure they haven't fallen. Do they need anything? Are their utilities working?
A variety of frozen foods, drinks, and supplies.
Hi, how are you?
Delivered with a warm heart.
They're grateful. You can just tell the human interaction.
Even when it's this cold.
Our volunteers make this place run.
He described it oddly, like little kids do. He said the wall popped.
Something that sounds so innocent, turning out to be anything but.
And so I go up and check his room, and there's a bullet hole in the wall. And after some digging around through his floor, I actually found the round itself.
A single bullet fired and somehow making its way through a bedroom. Inside, an 11-year-old boy playing video games. His dad, who did not want to be on camera, and police both asking the same thing, how?
They were completely astonished by it.
Neighbors, equally surprised.
It's extremely nerve-wracking.
As a mom, even more so.
People that couldn't have enough time in this world to cause any problems are, possibly, getting shot.
A reminder to be aware and to check on those you care about.
I think my first concern is when it's appropriate to make sure that my neighbors are okay. Violence will happen no matter where you're at, and it's unfortunate, and just making sure we're all okay first instead of putting up all the guards so that we can't take care of each other.
Now, Columbus police are investigating at this time. They do not have a suspect or any more information. Local for UN Blacklick, Austin Martin, NBC4.